Hello everyone, I'm Kayla from Crochet by Kayla and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be organizing all of my yarn. So a lot of my yarn is right here on this shelf. Most of this shelf is good with like the first and second shelf at least. The bottom shelf, you can see it slightly. I'm going to definitely fix that up a little bit. There's probably some yarn that needs to be winded and I'm going to put out some of my colors I'm going to use more frequently now that I'm starting a lot of my Christmas stuff and still working on some fall stuff. So I have all my easier to access yarns here that I'm using more at this time of year. And I also have been using a lot because I've been making so many things lately that I have a lot of extra space in some places that I keep my yarn. So now I can try to like put it all together more. So let's get started. So I keep all of my yarn stored in my room. I have half of this shelf full of yarn and this whole shelf and this whole shelf. So the first two shelves up here is all of my Parfait Chunky. And then this is mostly, I love this yarn in Hobby Lobby brands. And then in here I have some extra Parfait Chunky, a few balls of yarn that I got from the Hobby Lobby clearance sale, Brava yarn, and a few different types of yarns from Michaels. So most of it is in this corner, and then I do have in my closet, I have from Target a plastic 3-drawer compartment that this is one of the drawers that I keep yarn in. So I have a lot of space in it right now, all here and right here. So this is where I put my yarn that I don't use as much because I crochet in my bed a lot of the time. And it's just easier when I'm switching out projects, just right here, grab it. I can even reach it from my bed sometimes because it's like right here. So I always put my yarn that I'm not using as much and I don't have any plans for really yet in this bin that goes in my closet. And then I have extra small bin of yarn that just doesn't fit and that has smaller leftover balls. This is another plastic container from Target, I believe also. Everything I own is from Target basically. That is just stored in my closet. I think I might be able to just empty this out. I'm hoping. So then I can put more craft fair stuff in it. And I'm also going to be showing you, along with organizing my yarn, putting some of my craft show makes away that I have right now and kind of show you what I have so far. So in this, I'm just going to start taking out everything, kind of see what I even put in here because I just put random balls of yarn in here. I completely forget about them. I do have lots of this scrub yarn in here. This is Red Heart Scrubby, these three. And then this is Yarn Bee. I don't remember the name of it, but it doesn't have a tag. But I like never use this stuff, but I never want to get rid of it in case, like, you know, what if I need it? So I don't think I'm gonna necessarily be doing a lot of getting rid of balls of yarn today, but mostly trying to just consolidate it and make it for the easiest access I can for what I'll be making soon. I'm going to empty some of these out and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm getting rid of one of the scrubby yarns just because I really don't use it. Like maybe once a year I'll make like 2 new facial rounds, but like don't really use it. The rest of the stuff in this bin is Lily's Sugar and Cream. I have a lot of it in Tea Rose. I've used it for a bikini top and I've used it for cup cozies. And then I have a pink and white one and then this one. I don't have the label for the pink and white one, but this one is Coral Seas Ombre. And then I have 2 small things left of I love this yarn. I don't remember the colors. But I think that I'm going to just leave this stuff that was in here for right now and figure out where it's going to go best later. So I started looking through this big bin back here, and I found another of I Love This Yarn in Rosy Cheeks. I always use this stuff. I always have like a million balls of it. And I just made something out of this brand new ball, and I didn't even know I had this. I totally could have used this, but it was down below, because when everything's down below, I kind of forget sometimes. I'm like, oh, I did have that. Especially with colors I have a lot of. I have like miniature balls that I forgot about, and then I have a new one, and I'm like, oh, I don't know where the other is. But it's fine, whatever. And I found some yarn that I make ghosts with. And I'm also, during this video, gonna get out some of my fall things from underneath so I can switch to fall stuff. Found some yellow, some pink. A lot of my Hobby Lobby clearance yarn. That's all springy. So some of this is going to go in here. This is the yarn that I use for my pumpkins. I think it was just newly discontinued, which is really annoying. But it was for my crochet pumpkins. But I still have a lot left in this orange color. It is called Tangerine. The cream color I used, I couldn't find any. I was like, oh my gosh. So now my cream pumpkins are going to be in different colors after this year. So a lot of this, the rest that's in here is all the same type of yarn. So I have Brava in these colors. They're going to stay at the bottom here. And then I have Fresco Fiber from Yarn Bee. I bought this the 2021 Hobby Lobby clearance sale. I usually keep that at the bottom of here because I always remember I have it down there. And I do have some of these on my shelf here that will stay there so I don't forget about it. But I'm going to put some of my springier colors like this and more into my big white drawer. Okay, so now this is stuffed. The only thing that was from this bin that didn't fit is this one, but it is pretty good, and there's a little bit of room that it won't catch on the top of the door when I slide it in and out. Oh, and these little tags are what I want to eventually make with these, so I don't forget. So now I'm going to move on to my basket. So now that is completely good and full, and I can put it back in my closet later. And I can put some more craft show stuff in that container. I can't remember if I already said that or not. But everything on this shelf is, like these two up here, is pretty much good. I do wish that these extra 2 balls of Parfait Chunky fit on here. I might be able to get this one to fit behind that smaller white one up there. But I do have this little bin here that has lots of smaller balls of yarn that I'm going to try to eventually make a scrap project out of. But I'm going to actually go through them and see if some of them are actually worth saving, that there's actually like enough yarn. Like this one, there's like that. I don't think it's worth saving it. And same with this. Oh, and that just got fuzz everywhere. But I'm gonna go all through these and I'll be back. Okay, so I found a few that were really small. 2 of them are small, but they're both the same color, so it won't look weird having small bits of them once I do a scrap project. I also, in here, I have some little price tags. And then I have from Kathy's Cozies, I have some heart tags and then tags with my logo, not my logo, my name and a yarn ball. And some buttons from her. And then I also have from Hobby Lobby these cute little tags you can put on stuff. So this says created with care. There's a llama that says handmade with love. And what else is there? There is a little cactus yarn ball that says just for you. These are super cute. I do sometimes forget to use them though, but I do love them all. So I'm gonna put some of these back in here. Okay, so I did get the gray one to fit behind the white one up there. And I just had to put this purple one away. So I can't remember if I showed this, but it has all that in the bottom. And I rewound a few balls of yarn, and I'm going to be putting some of this in here and some of this here. So it is time to tear down this wall. Now let me tell you, this, because a lot of my favorite balls of yarn that I use a lot are wound up and they're smaller, so they're really hard to get to stand up. So the amount of times this has fallen on its own is incredible, with me taking like a small ball of yarn away from it. But it is finally time to redo it, so time to take it down. See, down here now it's pretty sturdy, but I am going to redo all that and I will do a time lapse. Can't figure out what I want to fill this hole right here. I'm not sure if I like it because now it's a little more dull and it's not so bright. But probably after I finish all my craft show stuff, I will switch it back because I plan on doing a spring craft show. So then I'm gonna need all my springier colors back out, but there is a decent amount here. So I'm going to start filling up this with what is left, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is all good now, and so is this, along with everything else. Only thing is I don't have two balls of yarn in here, a red and a white, because I am working on some candy canes. So I think when I'm done, they're just gonna have to go on top of here, or I'll be making something else from colors in here and they'll just swap out. And now I'm gonna get out from underneath my bed in my containers some of my craft show stuff, put some things away that I have to make, and get out some of my fall stuff so I can display it on these shelves. So I store all my craft show stuff in these under the bed bins, and they work really, really great. They go straight under my bed very easily, and so what I have to put in them is these 3 bitty boho purses that are officially done. So this specific one has all of my fun things, more for kids kind of, because it has the loveys and the whales and the mermaids, or just not the holiday stuff. I have another one of these just for the holiday stuff, and then another one of these for my own things to store. So now that is good, and I'm gonna get everything I have, and I'm gonna get out some of my fall things. So what do I have here? So I have these 2 small knitting machine pumpkins when I first got my Michael's knitting machine years ago. Oh, no, never mind. I thought there was an end poking out. But these are so tiny and so cute. I don't know how I got them this tiny. I never got any this tiny ever again. But yeah. But that was also not my Addy machine, so it had less needles going around. And then I have my little ghost family. I have this pattern for free on my Instagram. I made this in 2020. For the small one, I just halved the pattern, I believe. And I just slip stitched along the bottom, and I didn't do the little scallops. And I don't know where my candy corn is. So I'm gonna find that and I'll be right back. Okay, so it turns out I don't know where my candy corn pattern I made last year went, but that is okay. So what I'm gonna do, I have my blanket rack in my room. It has blankets I've made, and it has my Gracie doll and my first try of the Paisley Popsicle pattern. I think I'm gonna put away my Gracie doll, and I don't think I have the heart to put away my popsicle, but on this little basket, I'm gonna put these, and I'll be right back because I gotta adjust them. And then here's a better look of these bins. I'm gonna put my Gracie doll in here. This is my bag full of makes and first trials on patterns I've made. Okay, and then up here, I'm going to reorganize this with some pumpkins, and I'll be right back. So what I did is I moved my corn, and then I put 2 of my pumpkins up here, and then I have caramel apple and candy canes, which don't go, but they'll go away soon once I finish some more. And these smaller candy corns. And yeah, so that is the end of me reorganizing all of my yarn. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want to see more like this. And if you want a different style video, let me know also. And I can't wait to see you all next time. Bye!